Hey there, Libra. How you doing? Welcome to Solvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies, sun, moon, and rising. We're just clearing the space here, so feel welcome to just connect into that. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and raise your shoulders as you take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just let your shoulders go and feel the freedom there for any tension that you may be feeling. So, as we're connecting in right now, this session is actually being done at the time where the new moon is kind of at its peak. So, we're going to connect into your energies and see what spirit has, what we need to know, and how we can support your journey. So, let's check in. Did I say, if we haven't met, I'm Jamie? Sometimes I do it and it's like, when you're just in flow and then sometimes you forget, hang on, did I say that? It's kind of like when you leave the house and you wonder, hang on, did I actually close the garage? Did I turn off the iron? That kind of energy, because you're just used to doing it all the time. So I'd love to know in the comments below what your sun, moon, and rising energies are. That really helps to know. We do all zodiac signs weekly, so you can connect into that. But I'm excited to see what is going on for you and how we can support you right now, Libra. This is a general and timeless read. So whenever you come across this, our goal is to get you some guidance and signs that you need to support your journey. We don't read reversals here. The energy just connects in and lets us know what is going on. Not all things may resonate, but again, there's usually a sign, a message that you may need to hear. So, and some people it's just so connected to, right? At the end of the day, it's kind of like 90% of that is my story. And it's pretty magical that we get to support you and do this kind of work. I mean, I'm here when I started the channel was just like, if I can change one life, because I love doing this and knowing that I can support someone, that's what it meant for me, and then growing organically over the last year or so, it's been really remarkable to connect with so many amazing souls. Okay, Libra. So we've got 5 of air. Hang on, I forgot to look at the bottom, the Magician. So that's kind of the overall energy that we'll connect into and have a look what's going on at the end. But okay, so connecting in right now for the current energies, we've got 5 of air, balance, 7 of fire. I feel somewhere along your path you may have made a little bit of a little bit misguided response or belief in someone or in a situation that you thought you could trust. I feel recognizing how people are showing up now. Maybe you can see, oh, here I am thinking I'm in a trusted space. I've been sharing information, maybe not so trusting. So there's something here around that I think may have been just a little bit of a wake up call for you regarding something here for you, Libra. In saying that, with balance energy, we've got Archangel Zadkiel. This is talking about the balancing, cooperation, and compromising and waiting for perfect timing. It's kind of like the temperance energy. When I'm connecting, it's funny because when I read things like this, sometimes I just don't connect into it at all. What's coming up for this energy? Again, I think you're trying to more so feel balanced within yourself, because I do think you're probably judging yourself internally right now for something that transpired recently, and you're trying to find a space where there's not judgment. Maybe there's other people right now you may know or can kind of see that people are judging you in their own way, and you're trying to just be free of that and work whatever internal aspects that you can to make everything okay for you. But in addition to how you step forward when you've been trusting someone or been in a situation where you care about someone and trust someone, and you thought like you had this cool thing going on, whether it's a spouse, whether it's a best friend or someone in your family, trying to refigure that back out after trust has been broken. That's not an easy thing, because I feel something around this potentially has happened here. And it could be just small, but any trust that broken, it doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, I'm aware now. So and maybe you test it again and then you see the kind of same repercussions. But as you move to the 7 of fire, what I really like here is that you seeing whatever's happened and transpired and witnessing it. And as you're building your own strength, you're kind of like standing up for yourself in a different way, because I think you're also a person who doesn't want conflict, but you want the truth and you want things that are honest and real, and you believe that things can be fair. But when you're dealing with people that can't even see past their own nose or past their own face, right? It's like you need to start putting better boundaries in place. And I just feel that's what's happening right now. I love how you're kind of protected by this dragon energy. I'm getting this Game of Thrones vibe going on. Like you're like the speaker of the dragons right now. And I've never got that from the 7 of fire energy, but I'm kind of seeing that, which is pretty badass. So furthermore, we've got King of Earth, 10 of Air, and Queen of Earth. Okay, so what I like about you here, Libra, is that you're very successful in your own right, that you have this pull of people. People like you. People want to connect with you. I think sometimes people can't figure you out, but at the same time, you make people feel good. I think you're fun and friendly, but sometimes you might be like quite you keep things to yourself at the same time, so you keep people curious in terms of who you are. And what I also see too is that when you put your mind to something, when you go make something happen, you just make something happen, and you just seem to have this kind of Midas touch energy in wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I really see that happening because you are, this is talking about generous, professional, responsible, practical. In many ways, I know that's how you are in the depths of you, right? And I feel like you always try to care for people, but there's this part of you that's protecting yourself right now, because I think you've always shown up, you've always been responsible, you've always tried to do the right thing, make things happen. But it's like you had some energy around you that shifted all that, and you kind of see now what has transpired with the 10 of air in the center. It's so interesting because I'm only paying attention to this as now, but the energy is this is what the energy I think overall has been showing me, that someone hasn't been showing up in the kindest light towards you and has made things quite difficult. I feel that in some regard to here that, things need to change, or things had to change for the better. And I think in your own way that you were just having such a sweet time or sweet connection or whatever it is that you were doing here, Libra, and maybe a little bit with naivety and finally seeing things for what they are. With the Queen of Earth also here, I think you're getting a bit back to your homely roots and recognizing who's actually in your quad or in your tribe or who has your back. The thing is that's great about you, that you're not a person who wants conflict. You don't want, unnecessary battles, unnecessary drama. And at the same time, there's this part of you that understands people, but you also are very aware what's happened, what's transpired. And you might test the waters a little bit to see if this was a one-off thing, even if it was big or not. And I think you start to see, you know what? I'm actually can understand what's happened. Doesn't mean I accept it, but I'm not going to have too much judgment, even though I'm hurt. I just know next time what I'm not going to do or how I can protect myself better. And I think there's something here that you're learning, but the biggest part that you're learning is actually who has your back. And maybe for a little bit, you ignored the people who had your back because you were having such a good time and felt really connected and felt really valued. And then you kind of saw a different side here. And that's okay. That's how we learn. And I'm glad you had fun. In saying that, with the 2 of Earth, life experience, Queen of Water, I think in whether this is related to or some other area of your life, there's a lot happening right now that I think you're trying to understand for yourself and how to manage just the energy. I think this has kind of put a little bit of spanner in the works for where you're at in your life, and you're trying to get back to a balanced state for yourself. And we've got balance already here, but the 2 of Earth, that it's usually a lot going on and you're trying to figure that out. With life experience, as I said, in Queen of Water, you're seeing things in a different light, which is also giving you a new courage to go do something different. And maybe there was a little bit of a toll that it took on you. Maybe there was some secrets shared. Maybe there's something that was, put you in a light that you didn't want to be in, that was very sacred to you. But what I'm seeing here is again, there's something here where you're deepening your connections with people that actually matter for you, that maybe you put them to the side a little bit because you were just excited for where you were at. But there's something that I think circling back around for you where there's significant growth, significant understanding for yourself. But most importantly, like where you want to be in your life, how you want to feel, when you're with people and how they also engage, interact, and support what it is that you want, desire, or are doing as well. And there's this reciprocal energy that's just safe around you. And again, I feel you're very empathic naturally as well in your own way. You kind of know what's going on. I think you feel what's going on, but you're also like no nonsense at the same time. And if you need to put things out sharp and whatever and be assertive, you know how to do that too. But I think there's a part somewhere here, Libra, of, because this is like kind of Piscean water energy. So it's being very compassionate, understanding emotionally. And I think sometimes you want to be like that, but you also look at things from a logical perspective and don't understand why someone would do something that way, because that's not how you show up and that's not what you would do. And I think you're trying to make sense of something here, but at the same time, like you've got your beautiful traits and the way that you operate for a reason, and you know when to cut things out because it's not balanced or not right. So exactly what I'm talking about. Someone just kind of stabbed you in the back. Is what I'm feeling. And here's your energy with the King of Swords and air energy. Can we pick this up, please? Why is this so hard? I've never had an issue picking up cards. Okay, feeling a bit special. Give me a tick. So with the King of Swords, everything is fine. And Nine of Wands. Again, there's this little bit sense of defeat with what went on, but I think at the same time, you're trying to be like, I got this. I'm not worried about it. I'm keeping it together, and you're just kind of trying to move on because it's the compartmentalizing of there's no point trying to get into this. I made my own mistake, and in my own mistake, this is what transpired. And it's kind of wounded you a little bit, but at the same time, you're kind of standing in your truth and whatever that is for you. So you should be proud of whatever that is, Libra. Balance energy. We've got the Empress, the Four of Cups, and Death energy. So I think this is a part of you really trying to take care of yourself and step back into your truth, who you are, and just the magnetic energy in all that. At the same time, whatever that you're trying to, maybe in your own way, trying to recreate that missing piece, to what was, there's this part of you that nothing right now is filling it. So you might be just feeling a little bit of a loss or a little bit of a void, but I feel soon enough that's going to come to an end here with that experience, and really just that part of you, because I can feel like the power, the strength of who you are. And then I feel this other part of like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm fine. And then there's this strength, this power, this magnetic energy, and then I'm fine. And you're kind of trying to, I don't know what the word is, giving me inertia. So trying to really put into a space of like, I'm okay and everything's going to be okay. And there's this little bit wobbly part in between, but I feel that comes to an end where you're just really supporting yourself and coming into balance. Seven of Fire, please. Oh, we got a lot of cards. I didn't realize there's so many. So we've got the Seven of Fire. We had Ten of Cups, the full Knight of Cups, the Emperor energy. So this is about you standing up for yourself in a sense of, I know where I'm going, I know how I want to feel, and I'm going to own this, and I'm going to take a chance on whatever that is. I don't know who, that was really loud. I don't know if you heard that. Outside. I've got like the window cracked a tiny bit, and I don't even have a main road that close, so that's weird. Okay, Ten of Cups, the full Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. So you're taking a chance here on something and maybe kind of diverting a new energy in a new direction a little bit, because you kind of, here how you want to feel about situations in addition to what you expect of someone. I feel that someone can't even see what they're doing, and you, in your own way, I think you're expecting an apology, and at the same time you may be going towards, or someone may be coming towards you to let you know how they're feeling and what's going on, because they really see you in a very strong position, just you taking care of you, you owning yourself, you just the way that you're showing up is in a very strong presence, and I think it's strongly appreciated. You're taking ownership and leadership in just who you are as a person, and I think this is really sweet. Interesting too that we've got the Empress and the Emperor energy, so there could be some divine counterpart here for you as well, where things have been a little bit quiet, a little bit dead, so to speak, and this potentially could be coming back to life as well. But you know what you want when it comes to these things, okay? So King of Earth, what else do we need to know? It's interesting. I think most signs, I've been seeing a lot of death energy. A lot of endings. But I think the endings are more so around certain behaviors, certain thoughts around things. King of Earth, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Hermit energy for clarifying here. I need to get more on what this Ten of Swords is ending. I don't know if maybe you're ending in a relationship with a water sign here, Queen of Cups. Or choosing to turn off this emotional side for you because that's how you feel you can get to a successful state. That's what's kind of coming up. So interesting here, Libra, that's what you're choosing to do. Yeah, because there's something here that you're shutting off, but then you're talking about an overflowing of emotions. Maybe you're just trying to turn that part off in you and you can't. And the more inner work that you do, there's this part of you that just is like, all these good things are happening. You're feeling all you're feeling amongst what you're feeling is feeling really good and abundant. And something else is going on here. So let's see what is happening with this Ten of Air. That's a lot of cards, but I'll take them. I think too, you might be judging what has ended as well as part of this, where you thought things were overflowing, you thought things were wonderful and beautiful, and that's what's come to an end. But I don't even think that's true. You seem to be very successful in your own right. You've got this touch that just can make things happen. I think people enjoy being around you, spending time with you, doing whatever that you do. And whatever challenges that have transpired, we can see that there's a lot of care here. Like whatever difficulties that have happened, whatever's kind of gone silent or quiet, I feel like is going to kick up again, and people want to get connected to you, and someone in the mix is going to be really watching what you're up to, what you're doing, having a good time. Things are just going to get better, and someone's going to be watching you as you're getting better, and I feel they're missing out. I don't know why this person thought they had some power in being however they were being. It's really interesting how people think that being unkind, not truthful, not having integrity is a good quality. I don't understand that in people. But anyway, so Queen of Earth, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. So again, there's this nurturing energy, and it seems like right now a lot for you might be putting in effort, work, and building up on your career, or you're on your finances, and that's kind of where you're refocusing. In addition to that, I'm getting like a connection is cycling out. Or you're choosing to cycle out a connection from how they made you feel, and hence why you're focusing more on this Eight of Pentacles energy. Because with the Five of Pentacles, the World, and the Six of Cups, I think there's just something strong that you hold within yourself, and naturally you will get to the truth of the situation and cut out things that aren't balanced. And if you can't come to a win-win and a person won't acknowledge, it's just kind of like, well, I'm not going to participate anymore. So maybe someone here, because of how you're now showing up, is feeling like, well, okay, Libra kind of cut me out here. and I'm not sure if I'm liking it, but they're going to have to deal with it. And if they want to kind of reconnect or get back to, you know, being awesome, they can do that. But I still don't think right now. Another message coming through for some of you, and I know I kind of stopped that sentence a little bit, end of sentence, not complete. But in saying that, I think there's a part of you that you have learned along the way, maybe from your childhood, something that you've worked out, that people do leave, that people have their own way of being. And I think you've experienced this perhaps when you were younger. And in its own way, it is an abandonment wound. But at the same time, I think you've created a strong muscle for this and accept when these things happen. I don't know if it's like your protection mechanism and you're not really dealing with it, but I think there's a part of it here. And so you focus and put energy into other things that make you happy, that keep you connected in a different way. So 2 of Earth, you've got the Strength energy, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles, which is the same energy. So I feel like you're still kind of watching on what someone is doing or what someone is experiencing in addition to that. I don't think it's a main focus, but I think you're kind of seeing here. But you're also standing in your way of just being confident in who you are and recognizing what you bring to the table. You know that you enjoy doing you. I think you're very independent, like doing things your own way. You want to create your own successes and you're good with that. But at the same time, while this is all going on, I think there's a part of you that wants to still balance something out here, which we got earlier on. I'm not sure what that thing is that you want to balance out, a connection or where you're putting your time and energy, or redefining where you put that time and energy. So let's see what this life experience is about. Okay. We've got a couple of readings that have a kind of similar energy with this. So life experience, we have got the Hanged One, 9 of Swords, the Star, and the Chariot. So whatever your view and perspective is right now about a situation, secretly, I think you're kind of don't want to be dealing with it. And at the same time, you're keeping this part of you in hope and trust that things are actually going to turn out okay. You believe that you just got to keep moving forward in faith of whatever's going on and keep doing you, keep being you. And you know, with time you heal. But I think it's important here, Libra, not to ignore what you're feeling. But I like that you're getting into this energy of kind of taking care of yourself, you know, taking care of your emotions. Maybe in some way you're releasing it right now. And as you release it, you probably won't spend too long in that energy. You get back to this, what's your focus? What's your goal? And just keep working on that and go moving forward towards that. Wherever you're moving to, you could be relocating with this Chariot energy, moving to, you know, just connecting with new things, new people, new places. There's something here that you're going out to explore. And I think you're just making a change overall. Queen of Water, you've got 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Yeah, I think there's a part of you that just felt you were on the right path for once, and a part of being on the right path. It's like there's something cycling here, which is really interesting. And this could be relevant to what's happening up here with the world. But I feel there's a part of you that as you're visiting, you know, some part of your heart, some part of your soul here with this Queen of Water energy, I think there's a place in time. I mean, this could even be from if, you know, you have parents, whether they're together, separated, had their own stuff. I think there's a part of you that's kind of reflecting on a former relationship that you know, or like a role model, or maybe where you've once been in a connection. And I think you might have some understanding or belief that things will always work out, even if it doesn't work out straight away. But you also know that if you stay strong in who you are and keep believing that along that path and journey, you'll find your way again. Even though you might notice what's been missing, even though you might notice you have to go through this cycle again and open up, be vulnerable, there's this part of you that doesn't want to be here, but you kind of, it's like you've figured out how this works. And even though how this works, you're allowed to kind of mourn and be sad for what transpired, but you also know that you can turn around at any point and recreate that connection, not necessarily with this person, but find that deep friendship, find that deep meaning with someone, find that essence again. You know it's there, you know it's around the corner, but it's just you have to go through the cycle of whatever this is. So further connecting, looking at the, the kind of the outcome here, we've got the Magician, the Page of Water, the Six of Air, and the Dreamer. And then we've got renewal. So there's something here talking about, as you're moving through this, that whatever you want next, whatever you want to create next, you have the ability to make happen. And this is what I'm talking about here. But you also acknowledge sometimes when you just got to work through stuff. And then when you're ready to kind of come out and play again, you will here, Libra. And in addition to that, see, it's talking about right now, if you want to manifest a new person in your life, you know that you can. You know you have the ability to do that. You always seem to have done it, no matter where you've gone, where you've traveled, whatever you've done. And even though there has been challenging moments, that things are looking good, situations that have been hard, the hardships come to an end at some point. And I do think, like I said, some of you are going out to explore, going in a different direction, destination. And this is kind of validating it with the Six of Air. And then the Dreamer, which is furthermore taking this leap of faith on something, on what you believe that can come alive again for you, right? At the end of the day. So let's get some final messages, Libra, and let's see what this is all about. Your final messages. Thank you, Spirit, for our Libra. Emotions are running high. Don't let your past hold you back. I mean, that's so relevant right now, because I do feel that someone kind of, ticked you off, but I don't think you're expressing it out loud, to be honest. Maybe to someone, but I don't think it's out loud to the world, or to the group, or to the friends, or to whoever. But don't let your past hold you back. This is the part of you that's your really strong part of you, even though to the outside world, you still got a lot of feeling behind it, right? That that even in the hardship, there's this trust that you can still have that excitement again, that friendship again, like I said, although that relationship. Because you also know in the worry and the stress, nothing comes of it. It doesn't help, but you're allowed to have those moments where you kind of check out and do your thing in a sense of like, hey, I got to take care of me, and I learned my lesson, and I'd like to still make it work, but I'm okay because I recognize that that's probably not good for me. So you redirect, and I can see that's what you're doing right now. And you can create anything you want from this. The one thing I love is that you're building such a strong muscle. I think there's just an important part that you work through whatever you're going through here, Libra, even though you can get to the other side in creating this life and manifesting what it is that you want. So kudos to you for rocking it. Just remember, you're the Midas touch right now. So you get to create and have fun with all this amongst the little murky waters, or the little lack of trust. You got this. Much love, friends, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye now.